Good evening. You now have me, Shalshmato, for TVS Nightline, and here are the headlines for tonight. Hong Kong superstar Simon YAM to attend AIFFA 2025. And on crime updates, Sarawak drug syndicate busted as millions in meth and luxury goods seized. On to world news, Trump to push Netanyahu on Gaza peace plan at the White House. Let's begin. The opening ceremony of the 2027 Southeast Asian SEA Games will be held in Kuching, positioning the city as the main stage for one of the region's most prestigious biennial sporting events. Sarawak Premier Dato' Padi Tan Sri Abang Johor Judabeng said Sarawak has not only been given the honour of being a co-host of the Games, but also selected as the venue for the official opening ceremony, which is expected to draw millions of viewers from across Southeast Asia.
Sebab itu bagi kita di negeri Sarawak, kita akan melabur kepada pembangunan soka. Bukan saja untuk anak-anak Sarawak, tetapi boleh kita kongsi bersama dengan rakan-rakan kita yang lain. Sebab itu kita telah bersetuju untuk menjadi co-host SEA Games 2027. Di mana telah dipersetujui di peringkat nasional, peresmiannya insya-Allah akan dilakukan di Bandaraya Kuching.
He added that this recognition is a testament to Sarawak's capability in hosting major events following the successful organisation of the Bolu Games 2025, which just concluded last Sunday. Previously, Sarawak's Minister of Youth, Sports and Entrepreneurial Development, Dato' Sri Abdul Karim Rahman Hamzah, confirmed that at least 16 sports disciplines will be contested in Sarawak, with more events expected to be announced in due course. Abdul Karim also emphasised that Sarawak has the facilities and logistics required to host thousands of athletes and officials from across Southeast Asia. Sarawak is fully prepared to face the northeast monsoon season, expected from November this year until March 2026, with 7,407 personnel mobilised from various agencies. Deputy Premier Dr. Ahmad Douglas Umbah said that 658 temporary evacuation centres have already been prepared and are ready to be activated if necessary. And at the same time, commenting on support facilities, he added that the Public Works Department, or JKR, Department of Irrigation and Drainage DID Sarawak, and local municipal councils have been instructed to assess the conditions of slopes and town areas at risk.
And we have directed all the residents just now to review the status. Kalau ada rosak, kita kena baiki supaya apabila dia perlu nanti, ianya ready to be used by the bangsa-bangsa yang terlibat. Jabatan Kebajikan Kementerian Datuk Seri Haji Fatimah has ready the welfare assistance, khususnya makanan-makanan, termasuk makanan bungkusan. And you have one center and then 28 pusat hadapan. Bangkalan hadapan. Satu is Depo. Satu depo di Kota Semarang.
Kota Semarang.
Kalau ada rumah-rumah di dekat slope tu, they will do the assessment what should be done and so on and so forth. So we want all those to be all prepared. Tadi Jabatan Pendidikan also around, so we want them to look at the schools to be prepared. Tempat-tempat yang kerap kali banjir, maybe they get ready to make sure the hardware, komputer dan sebagainya diletak well.
The ASEAN International Film Festival and Awards AIFFA is set to return bigger than ever this November, with Hong Kong superstar YAM as one of the festival's headlining guests. Minister of Tourism, Creative Industry and Performing Arts Sarawak, Dato' Sri Abdul Karim Rahman Hamza, announced earlier today during the official countdown launch for AIFFA 2025, apart from giving fans a rare opportunity to meet him in Kuching, his visit will also showcase Sarawak's attractions to a wider international audience.
Mr. Simon Yam will be coming over for the festival. He will be having his meet and greet session at the Kuching waterfront, at the Go Down Amphitheatre. Apart from having Mr. Simon Yam for the gala night, AIFFA team will also be bringing in the Indonesian singer for the gala night, as well as a Malaysian singer, among them Ruth Sahanaya and Dato' M. Nasir. These two popular entertainers are very well known in the ASEAN region.
Sarawak police have arrested 2 men and seized 20.6 kilograms of methamphetamine worth 783,218 ringgit in 2 raids in Sirian and Kuching. Sarawak Police Commissioner Dato' Muhammad Zainal Abdullah said in the first raid at about 2:45 p.m. on September 24 by the roadside at Kilometre 1 ICQS, Jalan Debatu Sirian, an 18-year-old man was arrested along with the drugs.
Jadi pada masa tersebut sepasukan polis telah menahan seorang lelaki berumur 18 tahun dan kita telah berjaya merampas dadah yang ada di hadapan tuan-tuan itu, iaitu jenis metamfetamin yang saya maklumkan daripada awal tadi, iaitu anggaran berat adalah seberat 20,611 gram.
In a follow-up operation, police arrested another suspect, aged 63, at about 5:50 p.m. on September 25 at an apartment in Jalan Tunjungan and seized various assets, including cash, jewellery, luxury watches and a car, all worth a total of 448,272.71 cents. The total value of the drug seizure and asset confiscation is estimated at 1.23 million ringgit, with the drugs seized sufficient for more than 103,000 addicts. Sept said the syndicate is believed to have been active since early 2024, with the modus operandi of sourcing drug supplies from Peninsular Malaysia and smuggling them into Sarawak via commercial flights. Meanwhile, both suspects are currently remanded under Section 117 of the Criminal Procedure Code until 3rd October to assist in investigations.
Mereka ini telah aktif sejak tahun lepas lagi. Sebab sebelum ni ada pernah salah seorang kumpulan yang kita tangkap ini terlibat dalam kes yang pernah kita tangkap pada awal tahun 2024. Jadi kebanyakan bekalan ini diperolehi daripada ahli sindiket di luar daripada Sarawak, iaitu di Semenanjung, dan kemudiannya dibawa ke Sarawak ini.
A retiree lost 525,000 ringgit after being deceived by a syndicate operating a non-existent cryptocurrency investment. District Police Chief ACP Asli Mohammed Noor Said said that on May 23, the 71-year-old man had come across a cryptocurrency investment advertisement on Facebook. He said the victim, who communicated with the suspect online, invested 525,000 ringgit after being promised returns of $500,000 US. Meanwhile, the case is being investigated under Section 420 of the Penal Code. Malaysia is implementing a comprehensive reform of its social protection system to ensure it remains relevant to the current challenges, including the reality of an aging society by 2030. Prime Minister Dr. Sri Anwar Ibrahim said the reforms include expanding the social safety net to cover previously excluded groups such as gig workers, housewives and those in the informal sector. The government will also introduce a non-employment injury scheme to protect workers beyond office hours.
For example, the government will soon introduce the non-employment injury scheme to ensure workers are protected not only during office hours but beyond them. This stems from a realization that the pressures of work do not stop at the factory gate or the office door. In an age of flexible and remote arrangements, this reform will align protection with the realities of how people work and live today.
Meanwhile, Anwar noted that the country is preparing for the coming demographic shift, citing that 1 in 7 Malaysians will be over the age of 60 the next decade, something that will significantly impact the social and economic structure. Adding that the country's digital systems are also being strengthened to ensure social assistance and protection can be delivered more efficiently, including to rural areas.
We are presently preparing for an aging society. By 2030, 1 in 7 Malaysians will be over the age of 60. This will change the shape of our society in profound ways. We must be ready for it. Older citizens carry wisdom and skill. Our task is to provide care when it is needed, but also to enable continued contribution, so that aging is seen as a stage of dignity and possibility.
And on to world affairs. US President Donald Trump will host Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu at the White House for high-stakes talks aimed at sealing an elusive Gaza peace agreement. Trump says the deal to end the nearly 2-year war, free hostages held by Hamas, and disarm the Palestinian militants is effectively done, following talks with Arab and Muslim leaders last week. His plan, according to the Times of Israel and US news website Axios, calls for an immediate ceasefire, phased Israeli withdrawal and the release of hostages within 48 hours. Israel would then free more than 1,000 Palestinian prisoners, including several serving life terms. Meanwhile, Netanyahu has given little reason for optimism, however. In a defiant UN speech on Friday, he vowed to finish the job against Hamas, a rejected Palestinian statehood recently recognized by several Western nations. A man opened fire in a Mormon church in Michigan and set the building ablaze on Sunday, killing at least 4 people in the latest deadly tragedy that US President Donald Trump called part of a national epidemic of violence. Grand Blanc Police Chief William Rennie told a press conference that a couple additional bodies have been recovered during an ongoing search through debris at the burned-down church.
There is a couple additional bodies that we've discovered in the church. So that makes our total victim count up to 4 victims. As I said before, there has already been the suspect who is deceased as well. So we have 5 deceased persons from this tragic incident. Again, our thoughts and prayers go out to the victims of this incident that could have been completely avoided. And it's very tragic, and that's not what our community is. I'm confident that we're going to overcome this, as Grand Blanc always overcomes these type of incidents.
Police in a northern U.S. state said the shooter first rammed the church with his vehicle before opening fire with an assault rifle and then set the building on fire. The attacker was killed by police in the parking lot 8 minutes after the first emergency call came in. Journalists in the adjacent town of Burton saw a large police presence outside the home of the suspected shooter, whom Rennie identified as Thomas Jacob Sanford, age 40. U.S. media reports said he had grown up in the area and was a military veteran.
This incident, the fire started basically as a suspect. All indications on this investigation are the suspect used an accelerant of some sort, we believe gasoline, and lit the church on fire.
Was it an IED he may have used?
There are, at this point, I'm not going to comment on IEDs. I will confirm that there were some suspected explosive devices that were located. But as far as using them to initiate the blaze, I can't say that.
I'm Shel Shmato. Thank you for watching and have a good night.